Major news this week that hasn't had enough scrutiny. The Albanese government is looking at raising the capital gains tax on investment properties in the May budget. This will be pitched as making the tax system fairer for young voters and helping first home buyers. That's what the government will say, and the media will welcome it. But really, it's yet another tax grab targeting hard-working Australians. Labor is looking at halving the 50% discount on capital gains tax. In fact, the Sydney Morning Herald reports today that this is firming as the expected centrepiece of Treasurer Jim Chalmers' May budget. And judging by the cagey answers ministers are giving, this does seem to be firmly on the cards. When Pete Stefanovic asked Deputy Prime Minister Richard Marles about this today, he simply wouldn't give a straight answer.
So you're ruling out now any changes to the capital gains tax discount?
Our housing policies haven't changed. Like we acknowledge that there are intergenerational issues in respect of housing.
But will they change come budget time?
Well, Pete, in explaining our position in relation to housing policy, we do accept that there are intergenerational challenges in relation to housing.
Okay, so I mean, capital gains tax can also apply to stock, so it's not just housing, it can apply to other things as well. Are you going to rule out any changes to the capital gains tax system?
Look, I've made this position clear in answering your question, and as have ministers throughout the week. And we do not have any. Our position in relation to housing policy is clear, and we are not changing any of the. We don't have any intention to change the tax arrangements around housing.
And on it went. Marles, as you heard there, says their position is clear. It's clear as mud. Saying our policies haven't changed is what politicians always say right up until the day they officially change the policy. And Pete did a terrific interview there, by the way. Now, Albanese himself wouldn't rule it out in question time today, while Cabinet Secretary Andrew Charlton also spoke about tax reform with Andrew Clennell earlier this week.
Will the Prime Minister now rule out raising capital gains tax on housing?
The Parliament is looking into the capital gains tax discount. Why are they looking into it? Because in November last year, they established a committee in the other place, a select committee, to look at the operation of the capital gains tax discount.
The PM mentioned a budget about reform again yesterday. Are you looking at negative gearing and capital gains? Are you looking at more tax?
Well, it's not up to me to front-run the budget, but the Treasurer and the Prime Minister have said that this will be a budget of reform.
Does that include tax reform?
Well, that's up to the Cabinet processes. The budget isn't written today, but the Treasurer and the Prime Minister have been clear that reform will be a priority for this budget. It's not going to get written now, and I'm not writing it myself.
You're not ruling it out, though. You're not ruling out tax reform in the budget.
It's not up to me to rule it in or out.
And Treasurer Jim Chalmers also hasn't ruled out changes to capital gains tax.
You essentially get a discount as an investor on the tax you pay when you sell a home. Do you want to change that?
Oh, we haven't changed our view on that. I'll sort of, the best way to explain the situation there is we've got this Senate committee which the Greens and the Liberals set up to look at capital gains. But our focus in housing is on the supply side, which means we're trying to build as many new homes as we can.
I'm going to interrupt, Treasurer. You keep getting asked that and you never rule it out.
Well, what I tried to do, I think I gave a speech at the Press Club last year where I talked about this, sense that governments are asked to rule things in and out of.
Now, this is a major sleeper issue. We're likely to see the Albanese government take advantage of the political vacuum of the weak opposition to scrap tax benefits they've long hated. The first looks like it could be capital gains tax, but then it could be negative gearing or others as well. This is despite the Albanese government benefiting from record revenue. Economist Chris Richardson wrote about this in the Fin Review a couple of months ago. In this article, titled Lucky Charmers, Revenue Rainbows Mask Spending Problems, Richardson explained that revenue is up in part because of export prices and soaring gold prices. He wrote, "This government's $400 billion in rainbow revenue is a level of luck never before seen in Australia. Record revenue, more money than ever to spend, yet Labor still plans to raise taxes because they're spending more than any other government." Richardson explains that since Albanese won office in 2022, there's an extra $144 billion of spending. An extra $144 billion. I mean, Albanese spent money like there was no tomorrow in the lead up to the 2025 election. And now he's looking to raise taxes as a result. Targeting the capital gains tax discount may just be the first.